Hello everyone. Today in this video we're going to talk about creating a Google site. We're going to go over basic editing and we're going to insert an image. We're going to insert a link to a file, much like you will need to do for um, your gradebook, and we're going to talk about embedding a PowerPoint presentation. For these I'm going to go straight through how to do them, and then we're going to if I'm just going to go straight through them. So if you need to slow down, stop, review something, you want to pause the video, back it up, move it forward, and watch that part again if you need it. So to go to Google Sites, we're going to open a web page, web browser, and we're going to go to sites.google.com, sites.google.com. So we're going to click on that, and it's going to ask you to log in with your Google account if you have not done so already. Once it goes there, we are going to see all the sites that you've made already, if you've made any, and if you haven't, that's fine, it'll be blank, and I'll show all those. To create a brand new site, we click the Create button here. And we're going to use a blank template in this course. We're going to name our site, example. You call it whatever you want. You may want to call it something like Classroom, and use your name. Now, for this is the URL where people are going to find and go to your website. Google gives you this part as the standard part. This is the part that you can change. This has to be completely unique among every Google site out there in the world, and so we've got to pick something unique here. I'm going to call it, example, Jamaica Nichols, and I bet I've used that somewhere else in a different class. So my way of getting around that is I put a random bit of a couple characters, usually numbers, after what I chose, and that usually makes this site completely unique. If your site fails to create, usually the problem is that this is not unique or we got these characters wrong. So check both of those boxes and try something else for them. I'm going to select a theme. I'm just going to pick one that sets the background and colors and that sort of thing. You can always change it later. I'm going to pick these, and I'm going to click Create. As you can see, it says up here, creating your site. It takes a little time for Google to create that site, and it is running. Little wheel is spinning for us, and it still says creating our site. And here we are. Here's our site. Here's the title we gave it, and we have a home page. To edit a page, I'm going to click on the pencil button here. So when you put your mouse over it, it says Edit Page. When we click on that, we get the two boxes. One is the title. I'm going to change that to Welcome. And you can type any kind of text you want in here. And you can make changes to it. You can make it bigger, you can make it bold, underline, italics, move it around, all that sort of thing. When you're done editing your page, you can click Save, and that will make it appear on your site. To create a second page, or any more pages you like, you can click the New Page button, which is here. And we'll give that page a name. I'm going to just call it Page 2 for now. If you want to go off and explore page hierarchies and embedding them in each other, you can do that and go off on that on your own. I just want you to put the page at the top level. That's the simplest thing to do for a small site like what we're making. So I'm going to click Create, and that'll make a brand new page for us on our site. It shows up here, and it automatically puts us in edit mode with a brand new page, so we can start typing things. Information here, and of course you can make changes to it as you wish, and I'm going to click Save. Okay, so now we have a two-page website, the welcome page, which we started with, and page 2. And you can always go to your sitemap to see all the pages that you have listed on your site. Okay, next thing, insert an image. Here on page 2, let's do that on page 1. I'm going to insert my picture here, so I want to edit this page. Okay, and I want to put this picture, let's see, I'm going to put it here. So I hit return to get down to this point. I'm going to go up to the insert menu and go to image. When I click on that, I can pick either an image that I have uploaded, or I can go out on the web if I know the URL for the picture I want. I'm just going to upload one that I know of and I have. And that's right here on my computer, maybe on your flash drive, or take one that you have. I'm going to click on that image. It's going to upload, and there we are. I can give it some alternate text if I want. Picture of Dr. Nichols. Okay, you don't have to, that's optional. And click OK. Oh, okay. I forgot this page is really quite big. Okay, this picture. Okay, to make a change to this picture, I can left click inside it anywhere, and I will get my little box of settings where I can change it. I can align left, align center, align right. I actually want this, I think, aligned right over here. And I can change the size, so I can make it maybe yeah, I might make that small actually. Maybe I'll put it back over here. Okay, you can also turn wrapping on, so the text will wrap around the page, around the image. Now you notice that this text does not wrap around this image. Why is that? Because the image is anchored to where I had the cursor when I hit insert image. And I did that a few lines below welcome. Now if I want to move this image around on the page, I can left click on it to where I see my control box. I can hold down the left mouse button and start dragging it. Now it may be difficult to see, but through the transparent image that I'm dragging around, you can see a cursor appearing in the text that I typed. I'm going to drop it right before the welcome, and that anchors it at that part of my text, and that puts it before all this, and that's going to start wrapping around. Okay, good to know. I'm going to click Save, and my web page will look like this. Alright, another thing to cover is there are various things you can do with your pages. I'm just going to go here. If you want to make kind of big changes to your page, you can go up to the gear. You can do a couple things. One is you can copy this page. You can move a page if you're messing around with the hierarchy of pages. And you can delete extra pages if you need to. So go to a page, go to the gear, and delete it if you have an extra one. You can also manage things site-wide. So let's go to Manage Site, where we can change things like the title of this site, and you can change the theme, the background colors, style, and that sort of thing. So it could take a while. We're going to let that thing load up, and here we go. So I can change this. I'll just add an exclamation point. You can add other text, other information here if you want to. I'm going to click Save to make that take effect. And that changed the name of my site. Alright, I'm going to come down here to Themes, Colors, and Fonts. And here is where I can pick a different theme from this little drop down menu. You can do all kinds of changes to it, specialty changes if you want. I'm just going to pick this. You can see a preview down here of what your site will look like with that theme. I kind of like that one, so I'm going to pick Save. And your changes have been saved. Excellent. I'm going to go back to my site by clicking here, Dr. Nichols Classroom, and here's my site with that new theme applied. Okay, excellent. Now, let's talk about linking a page. Linking a file. Let's say this is the place where I want to have my gradebook linked. Let's see. I'm going to call that Files. So I'm going to say something like, here is my gradebook. Okay, because we want to label it, make sure we know, tell people what this file is that they're going to. I'm going to open a new tab, and I'm going to go to Google Drive. Because I need to put my file somewhere where people can actually get to it out on the internet. So I'm going to do that by uploading it to Google Drive. I'm going to click on the Upload button, not create. We're not creating a brand new file. I've already created my gradebook somewhere else in Excel. I'm just going to upload it here to Google Drive. I'm going to click on that, go to Files, and I've made my gradebook already. I can navigate to it if I need to, but I'm already there. I'm going to go to my gradebook. It says uploading, upload complete. Alright, a couple things we need to do. One is we need to right click right on top of that file name. Right click, go to share, and go to share. Alright, right click, share, share. One thing we need to do is we need to copy this URL. So I'm going to copy that big URL. That is the address where anyone in the world can get to my file. I also, right now, have that file set to private. I've got to change that so that people out on the internet can actually get to it. So I'm going to change that to anyone with the link. Anyone with the link, and anyone who I give that link to from the web page will be able to get to it. So I'm going to click that. You could click public to the web. For purposes of this class, it doesn't really matter which of these you pick. So I'm going to click Save. And done. Okay, let me come back to my Google site. Now I want to put that URL on this page. So I'm going to right click right here, right after where I have this label for it, and click Paste. Now, the problem is, this text right now, it's just text. It's not a link that you can click on. To turn it into a link you can click on, I'm going to select it like this, and I'm going to click the link button. That turns it into a link that you can actually click on. Let me save that. Always save. Save, save, save. It's always good. Okay, so I can click on this link, and that will go to my file that I have saved and uploaded to Google Drive. Okay, last thing, let's embed a PowerPoint. If your PowerPoint is not working, of course you can go through this process and just link to it. If you would like to have it embedded like I showed you in class, let's do that. Let's edit the page and go down a few lines. So we're ready there. Okay, first we need to put that file up here on Google Drive. So we need to upload it. Go to Upload Files. I've got a presentation here ready to go. I'm going to click Open. Okay, upload complete. Good. I've got my sample presentation. Now, first we've already uploaded. Next, we need to convert it into Google's own presentation format. So let's right click on it. Go to Open with Google Slides. That was right click, Open with Google Slides. That'll open it within Google Slides. You see it opened another tab for us, and it opened our presentation. I can click through the slides, see if it looks like about how I wanted it to look. This one does, so I don't have to do anything else. If you go back to the Google Drive tab, you'll see that I went ahead and made that new file for me. Okay, we don't have to do anything else here. We're good. It's there and ready to go. I'm going to go back to my Google site. Now I've got the page open. It's ready. We're in edit mode right now. I'm going to insert from Google Drive a presentation. So all the work we just did to get it into Google Drive and then convert it lets us do this. Now it lets us pick all the presentations that we have available, and it usually shows two. Note that this one has the PowerPoint file extension on the end. This one does not. Usually the top left one is the one you just used in Google Slides. So I'm going to click that one, left click on it to select it, and then click Select. That should insert it in your page. You have a couple settings. You can change the title of it if you want to. I personally prefer using medium size. That's usually big enough to see, but small enough to still be not giant all over the page. You can use whatever you like and change it later. I'm going to click on Save. That inserts it here in the page we're editing. It doesn't show your presentation yet. Do not panic. It will once we click Save. Of course, I can align it differently, turn wrapping on and off, change the properties, so I can come back and change this if I want to. I'll just cancel that. And you can delete it by clicking the X. I'm going to click Save. When we do that, our presentation comes up. and we can click through the slides with the little controls down here. Alright, that's it. I hope that was helpful. Again, feel free to pause, back up, move around in this video as much as you like to review it.